Hello there, Divine Feminine. Thank you for joining us today for a Divine Masculine reading. So honored to be here to do this for you. I always am. And I'm so honored by the amazing support and comments that you guys leave. It's such a gift to be able to be here to serve such an amazing community of people. And I know how incredibly amazing this journey is, yet at the same time, I know how amazingly difficult it can be as well. And so for those of you that are still going through, any kind of dark night of the soul energy or obsessive thinking, not really knowing your true divine power yet, I want to help you as much as I possibly can and encourage you to continue to keep going on this journey, because you are something so special and so amazing. The universe doesn't make mistakes at all. Everything happens with a divine purpose and reason. And you were created exactly the way you are and going through exactly what you're going through because you are exactly what the universe needed. And you have a special and divine blueprint that nobody else has. So there's no one else on the planet that can bring into this world what you can, or even the universe. No one can bring into the universe what you can. That's how incredible and special and amazing you are. And that's how incredible and special and amazing everyone is. So we start to realize that we are not special. We are very special. And right there is an example of collapsing duality. You are so unique, but yet you're not unique. Everyone's unique. Does that make sense? You're special and amazing, but everyone's special and amazing. So you're special and you're not special. It's both. Two things can be true at the same time. That's what duality is. Two truths. And that's how you can also look at people that disagree with you. How could they disagree? Well, they only disagree because their internal representation of what you guys are both looking at is different than yours. Everyone has internal representations. We all have a different blueprint. We all have different experiences and realities we've gone through that we're drawing and pulling from. So it creates different perceptions of the same thing, right? This is an amazing heart. I love this heart. The best heart I've ever seen. This is the worst heart I've ever seen. I hate this heart. It's awful, awful, awful. Well, which one is it? It's neither one of those things. It's just a heart. And because it's just a heart, our perception of what this heart is exactly what makes it what it is to us. And it can be something completely different to somebody else. And when we understand that, we can start to respect other people's perspectives because we know that they drew it. Even if we don't, they're drawing their ideas and conclusions from something that makes sense to them. And then it's through our interaction and respect for each other that we can expand consciousness, expand our perceptions, expand our reality. That's what reality creation is. And so choosing perspectives, choosing systems, of ones that don't serve is how we can start to create the reality that we want. Sorry, I have to fix these cards here. So that's reality creation in a nutshell. That should give you a little bit of an idea of what this journey is trying to open your mind to, open your heart to, is that you are the creator. And you can do a lot of unconscious creating by not recognizing the perceptions that you through your reality. And as soon as you realize that you can change your reality by changing your perception, it's out as within, and then it manifests without. That's cause and effect. The first cause is always you. You are the first cause. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we have 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles. That is our overall energy. 1 and 2. We got this not that long ago. 1 and 2. 21, 12, or 3. Interesting number. Must be a synchronicity for someone out there because it's come up twice recently in our readings. Now, maybe it'll come up a third time. Oftentimes when things come in threes, which is, this is 3, we know it's a powerful thing. Powerful synchronicity. All right. 10 of Pentacles as the overall reading. Loneliness, family conflict, type of disruption is going on in your divine masculine's universe, their world. They're not feeling good about some things that are happening in their life. And they don't feel that they have anyone to talk to about it, or they feel that they can't share it with anyone. So they're feeling isolated in that feeling. Queen of Cups. Now this is recent past. They have been smothered by someone. They don't feel that they can be their authentic self around this particular someone. Or maybe it's a lot of different people. It probably is affecting them in many different relationships, but there's somebody specifically that is reinforcing this in your divine masculine. This thing that's already been there, that came probably from something that happened in childhood, is being reinforced by someone in their karmic sphere of people that they're dealing with. There's one person, it could be a mother who's reinforcing that. It could be a father. It could be a partner that they're with. It could even be like a child, but I don't get that as much. I think it's more if someone that they're in a relationship with, or maybe like a parental figure, or even a boss, someone who has a kind of a position of authority, or someone who has a lot of pull in their life, is reinforcing this negative behavior in your divine masculine. But again, it's something that kind of flows outward from them being the source and the first cause in their life, right? And then it's shown of them. Kind of need to overcome in order to be able to move on from that. And that's probably what not probably, why this karmic situation is showing up for them. It's to teach them so that they can overcome it. It's a fear that they need to transcend. So in the karmic situation that they're in, Page of Pentacles and 9 of Pentacles are both coming up. So there's a new job. So it could be a boss that is reinforcing some of this for them, because there is a reference here to maybe work. But it could also be that they started a new job because someone in their life hasn't been like happy with the work that they've been choosing for themselves, which is kind of a weird thing to come up in a reading, right? So that's probably something that's going to apply to someone out there. The karmic person that they're with isn't happy with their choice of work, how they're choosing to spend their time. Maybe they're feeling like your divine masculine isn't performing up to the level, not making enough money, not climbing the ladder quickly enough. It's kind of a materialistic perspective that is making them feel very insecure. But it could also be a boss. It could even be their parents that are like, you should have done more. You should have done more with your life. Or you've got this education and you haven't been doing enough with it. That's just some examples of how that could show up, in different ways. Or maybe they feel like, they haven't been able to provide for their family the way that they have wanted to. So there's definitely something going on there that is creating a need for change in your divine masculine. But I think that your divine masculine is more focused on what they want rather than how much wealth it's going to bring in. It's more about the experience for your divine masculine. And I think that that's a good thing. But there's something in their karmic sphere that's trying to make them question and doubt that. And that's bringing discord and self-doubt into your divine masculine's mindset. Toward you, we have 4 of Swords in reverse and 6 of Wands. Excuse me. So your divine masculine has had a feeling toward you of kind of anxiety. You have kind of messed their world up. Of course, it's in a good way, but I think that the way that you can kind of look at that is, it's like, is this too good to be true kind of a thing? Can I really trust this? Am I even worthy of having this type of connection? That's the kind of dialogue that it's bringing up in your divine masculine's mind. So you've thrown them for a loop and it's giving them anxiety. You may not realize this, but they have obsessive thinking about you. They are obsessively thinking about you, just like you've been obsessively thinking about them. They're doing it too. They're just being very quiet and silent about it. So on the outside, they look cool as a cucumber, but they're not. They're very stressed out because of this relationship that they've had with you. It's affecting them very deeply. They are recognizing it, though. They are recognizing it, that this is something different than they've ever experienced before. They do see the intensity there. And they're like, wait a second, this is not like anything I've experienced before. Like, this is like a deep connection. It's, they don't even have a way to articulate it to themselves or make sense of it themselves. So they feel very strongly about you, Divine Feminine. Very, very strongly. You just don't know it. You're not aware. You might have been aware, but now you're doubting it and questioning it because of their fear and the way that they're manifesting in their actions, not necessarily understanding the truth of where it's coming from, the root cause of it. So you're creating a bunch of fear also and that as well. 10 of Swords. If you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe. We would very much appreciate it. It helps us support our little channel. We are trying to grow it, and your support means everything to us. If you find value in it, you know, don't forget to like the videos. It really helps us with the algorithm. It helps YouTube know that others might enjoy it as well. 10 of Swords in reverse here. There's a rock bottom that your divine masculine has been avoiding and has fallen into. And then they've been kind of stuck there for a period of time. The encounter with you is having a profound effect on them, recognizing that they've hit this rock bottom. That everybody's rock bottom is different. And so we can't look at their life situation and go, well, they've got this, they've got that. They're not really at rock bottom. Everyone's rock bottom is different. And rock bottom in different areas of our life, like we might not be rock bottom in every area of our life in order to reach a rock bottom. It can be completely emotional that we're reaching that place. And that's what I feel is happening with your divine masculine. Maybe everything on the outside seems like it should be okay. And maybe that is their rock bottom. Like, I've built all this stuff and I have everything perfect on the outside, but it's not perfect and I'm not happy with it. That can be rock bottom for someone. We see this actually happen a lot of times with celebrities. They have everything. They have the cars, the houses, all the money. They can go to any party they want. They can go anywhere in the world that they want. And when they have it all, suddenly they realize that they don't have that pearl of great price. You can be miserable in a mansion or full of life and, feeling wonderful, or you can, be happy or miserable in a cardboard box. It's not the place that you live that brings happiness. It's not the relationships that you have that bring happiness. It's not the things that you own or how much money you have in your bank account. It's knowing your own worth. It's being able to pull from that eternal wellspring, that love that you are within, that makes you whole and complete. If you're externally focused, you're always going to fall short. And that's where your divine masculine's at. They've hit rock bottom. They realize that they don't, everything they've been trying to build isn't bringing them the joy and the happiness that they want. And they had a glimpse and taste of what that happiness was here. Why? Because you and your divine masculine reflect to each other the beautiful energy of the soul. And that is the awakening, that something comes from within, right? That's why this becomes so much more important than anything else in the world, right? You'd give up anything for your divine masculine, right? What if I told you that the reason your divine masculine is running is to show you that you can't even find it in them? It's something that you can only find inside of you. When you find it inside of you, then you'll see that your divine masculine is no longer running. They stop. Because you found the pearl within. In their karmic situation, Page of Cups and Nine of Cups is showing up for current energy. So with Page of Cups, we've got a newfound appreciation for a alone time, for being by themselves, for being in their own space and in their own energy. They are really starting to realize where true abundance comes from. And they're not looking for it in karmic cycles anymore. So a lot of karmic cycles are ending for your divine masculine. And they're feeling completely content with that. And kind of just letting it dissolve. All right, whatever, if they're in a relationship and the person's moving out, they're like, okay, I'm fine with that. They're even okay with where things are at with you in certain ways, because they are starting to recognize that happiness is found from within. This is what you want for your divine masculine, because they're only going to start seeing this when you start seeing it, which means you're going to be perfectly okay with seeing this too. So some of you may be moving out of that of the soul energy and into more of a into the internal wellspring of love, right? That's what I call it. It's an eternal wellspring. You can't, sorry, I keep bumping the camera. You can't shut it off because it's eternal. It's inside of you. You are in that place of love all the time because it's coming from within. It's not contingent on anything outside of you. And when you start to see that happen in your own life, you're going to see that happen in your divine masculine's life. So this is not something that you're going to look at as any kind of negative. You're going to see it for what it is, as a reflection of you and where you're at. And you're going to be happy with that. Now toward you, we've got 7 of Swords and 5 of Swords in reverse. So there's some amends that need to be made, like an apology, I think. I think your divine masculine feels that they need to apologize. They feel that they need to come to you with something and explain why they've done what they've done. I think they just feel that they owe you an explanation. They need to right what they feel like they've wronged. I think that they don't feel that they've communicated well in their relationship with you. Maybe they cut you off at some point and didn't communicate to you at all. And now they feel that they need to apologize for what they did. And just make sure that you are aware that it wasn't you that created the problem. It was them responding to something that was going on inside of them by pushing you away. And I think that they feel that they need to really explain that to you and give you at least some 3D reasons as to why. And that might end up being something that could potentially feel a little triggering for you. So just be aware of that, Divine Feminine. Because you might still have some things that you have to look at. And so in them expressing themselves openly, it might trigger some things in you. But that's a good thing, because then you get the opportunity to look at it. That's the shadow work that the twin flames bring in, and we bring in for them, right? You're doing it for each other. You're reflecting things to each other. You're like a green screen for each other, right? They're projecting onto you, you're projecting onto them, and how you interact with each other, you get to see what you're projecting onto each other. And that's a beautiful thing. It is, because it's going to help in the ascension process and the growth between the two of you. That's what the purpose and the mission of the twin flames is. So that's going to bring, at least, if there's triggering involved, just remember, once that's looked at, it's going to be bringing peace. That's the purpose of this, okay? That's the indication here, is that there's going to be a good, really positive outcome from whatever this encounter right here is, even if there's a little bit of triggering along the way. It's for a good reason. 8 of Pentacles in the near future, but it's 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So there's an energy of your divine masculine is going to be extraordinarily focused on their bullseye here. They're going to know what it is that they want, and they're going to start focusing their energy appropriately on it. Hopefully it stays in a place of balance and harmony and coming from the right place. If it doesn't, then there'll be some karmic detours that will have to take place in order to recenter them. But I think that's what's going to happen. I'm kind of looking over here. I'm pretty sure that's where that's going to go. But they're very focused at this point because they've tuned into that thing inside of them that they needed to. And so there could be some wavering, but with each waver, they're going to get stronger and stronger and stronger in their focus on their bullseye. In the karmic situation, we have 3 of Pentacles. So, and that's in reverse. So there's going to be a feeling of them doing this all on their own. They may kick the karmic to the curb at this point and just want nothing to do with them. Like I'd rather go at this alone. I need to be alone right now in order to really be able to focus on what it is that I want. That's what I think. I'm pretty sure at this stage, this is indicating that the karmic situation that they've been dealing with, whether it's someone that they haven't let go of, someone that they're married to, someone that they're in a relationship with, someone they've been going through a breakup with, they're kicking that to the curb. They're done with it. It's over. That karmic cycle has ended. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune right here. And if you look, kind of is the shape of a bullseye, right? Which is pretty cool because that's what we were talking about. They're doing this because they can see that what it is that they want and where they're going and what they want out of life cannot be achieved with this karmic situation having any kind of entanglement in who they are anymore. So they're cutting the cord. All right, they're cutting the cord there. Toward you, we have 6 of Swords in reverse and King of Wands. So They have not been able to completely move on from the connection with you. Of course, they can't. You guys are connected at the level of the soul. Even before the two of you met, you guys were connected. And, you know, when I say met in the 3D world, because you guys were already connected prior, right? So there was a root cause or motivation that they couldn't attribute to anything. It's just that drive, that push in life. It's creation. It's life itself, which is where the two of you are one. And so they've not been able to let go of that, and they shouldn't feel the need to let go of that. And I think that that's what they've come to realize, is that they don't need to let go of it. They can allow it to be what it is. There's like an enlightenment that is taking place in your divine masculine toward being at ease in the connection with you. They realize that it makes them feel empowered. They realize that it's healthy and good for them. They're seeing it for what it is. And that's something that really shows how much work the two of you have put into this. But just kind of like we started out, like the real work is in letting go, which is not work. Does that make sense? It's actually easy. We complicate it. And when we let go of all the things that the perceptions and illusions that complicate it, it's really quite easy. We just allow it to be what it is. And your divine masculine is in a place of complete acceptance. They don't want to let it go. They're not pushing. They're not pulling. They're just letting it be what it is. And they're in that like place of power and courage. And you are too, divine feminine. Absolutely, you are too. All right, let's grab, well, I'm going to use this deck right here. Let's go with this one. I'll get you an oracle card. And see what the divine has as far as advice for you and your divine masculine. It's a very beautiful end or beginning, right? It depends on how you look at it, because we end where we begin over and over and over again for this situation that you're in with your divine masculine. I really think this is a beautiful reading. All right. The bear and the cedar. The bear and the cedar. Let's see what this says. Leadership, which is kind of where we ended at, like feeling very, very good about where you're at. Give me just a second to find this. All right. The bear and the cedar calls us to be powerful but benevolent. Embodying the qualities of a great leader, bears are emperors of the woodland and guardians of the forest. Paired with cedar, a plant known for its healing, protective, and cleansing qualities, this card invites us into mature authority. The spirit of the bear is guiding you to leadership opportunities and reminding you to rule with fairness and care. If you experience any overwhelm or challenges, remember not to be hardened by this. Inflexibility will get you nowhere. Instead, channel the protective qualities of cedar. Reflect, heal, and prepare. I think that this card kind of points toward sort of what we were talking right here at the very end, which is we complicate things by our perceptions and our belief systems and think it's going to be difficult to move through this journey, especially in the early phases of it. And we think, oh, it's like a curse or something. But actually, it's so much more simple, especially if we just let go and allow the true twin flame within us to guide us. That place where we're truly connected to our twin flame, right? The true twin flame, the soul that you are, the higher self, where you and your divine masculine are one already. Of course, both paths are perfectly synchronized. Even when for one or the other, it seems like it's not. From the soul's perspective, it's perfectly synchronized. All right, the push and pull have a purpose and a reason. And accepting harmony and balance is what is and not believing that you're not, is exactly what helps you embody and become and, you know, be that harmony and balance. You just have to be the change that you want. Be exactly what it is that you want. Okay? Believing you can't be that means it manifests exactly as you believe. So believe yourself to be what you want to be, and it will manifest. It has to. It has to. Ask and ye shall receive. Knock and the door shall be opened. Anything that you want is not far away. It's already there. You just have to say yes to it. I love you guys. Thanks for being on this reading with me and supporting our channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.